Hello everyone, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you're at. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you're watching from. It's a new week. Today is Monday. Thank you, God, for a new week and a beautiful week, So come on in wherever you are. I know some people are on Facebook this evening. And we have one or two things to discuss, guys. Come on in. Let's discuss like usual. Whenever something comes up on my table, I like to come live, so we'll have some direct discussions, So a woman called me because of what I posted. I posted about, is it too late to say sorry? So she called me and was like, should she say that she messed up? In fact, let me start with that she messed up her marriage. She messed up herself she told me, because I was jotting, she said she will not, that she, in her mind and what she lived for over 6 years, that her husband brought her from Africa to the United Kingdom, and they lived. It wasn't up to 2 months before she started reacting to the stuff, start having some wicked mind, remembering what she passed through in Africa. Her husband brought her to United Kingdom, and she remembered her situation, what she was passing through, thinking it was nice for this man to leave, to maltreat her. She felt it was maltreatment, but I think it wasn't, I think it wasn't. I was telling her it wasn't maltreatment, She said, I will not forgive my husband for the suffering he made me go through in Africa. After bringing her over to United Kingdom. Come on in, guys. Say me hello when you come in. Don't go. We're here to make impacts, So that she will not forgive her husband of so many years. The husband that brought her to United Kingdom, she said she was not going to forgive him because she felt he left her in suffering in Nigeria before he brought her over, and her kids. This man was living in the United Kingdom and was sending money back home, remember. And if you're a single guy living abroad or single woman living abroad, your income is kind of limited because they have levels how they pay money. They have level 1, level 2, level 3, levels like that, level 4 and level 5. So it depended on the income this guy was making, that he was sending the little he had home. But unfortunately, this woman misunderstood it when she came over. Actually, they were having problems. Then the man felt like, okay, you think I'm making a lot of money and I'm not giving you, then it's better I bring you over to United Kingdom. Then he brought her over to United Kingdom, and they lived together for 2 months. Then they started having problems. So this woman was so unforgivable. Always remembering the past instead of living in the future. She was like, no, you made me pass through a lot. You made me go through suffering. You weren't sending enough money. Look at there's life in United Kingdom. You see people eating, you see everything, but it wasn't like that. This guy tried to explain to Hi Awalu Ahmed. Hi, thank you for your like. I love you. Thank you. So this guy tried to explain to this woman, and she didn't understand it, because some people have kind of difficult understanding, and some people are easy to be convinced. Some people are like, when you're trying to convince them, they don't want to take it, that kind of a thing. So guys, come in and give your own view. So this couple started living, but they were always cat and dog. Unfortunately for this woman, she wasn't thinking so right, because she just came into the country and she has to fight for her documents first. You know, when you come into countries, Europe or wherever, America or wherever, you know, you have to look for your documents first. So, but she was just fighting for money, the child support, money. She wasn't actually working, but, you know, she was busy producing children, which was the first thing to do, you know, in marriage, you know. So if she was producing children and the country was paying, she was just there. She collected every single thing. She wasn't paying for rent. All the money all the benefits they were getting, this woman was withholding it. She was just taking it, you know, from wherever, you know, keeping it to herself or doing whatever. But the man was like, he doesn't know what she does with this money. So even the states where they live, will I say the local governments, they intervened in this issue. No way, you know. But this woman was very, very, in fact, she wasn't smart. So, you know, she refused for actually her documents. Okay, so you know, she stayed up to 5 years and time to renew her documents has come. You know, you have limited years to stay, to have either renew your document, renew your visa, or you get the stay for a country, you know, where you got to. So because she was busy doing some nasty things, being so unforgivable, forgetting that yeah, she has something in future, always fighting. She even threw this man out of the house. This man was living on the streets. The family intervened, begged, she refused. Even the local government, like I rightly said, begged, and she refused as well. Now the time to renew her documents has come. And the state has to ask her to bring her husband because she's not working. She's not working. And before the state will renew your document for you, they need you to be working. They need you to be up and doing. Unfortunately, she's not working. Now she needs the consent and the documents of her husband. My question this evening is, if it is you, will you give her the documents? Will you forgive her if she says sorry? Will you let go if she says sorry? Will you, because of the children, for the sake of the children whom she have brought to the country, which she have bore for you, will you renew these documents for this woman, your wife? Actually, they haven't signed divorce. They are still, you know, fighting, playing loggerheads, you know. If it is you, will you forgive her and give her the documents which are required? Hi, Awolu Ahmed. You're welcome to the show. Eugene Zanix is watching. Welcome to the show, guys. Please, I need your contribution this evening. Say me hello when you come in. I will, like what I rightly say whenever I come on live, I want you guys to listen to the discussion and always give me your views, because we put together our views on this show. I don't come here to just play your time out. I don't like to play. I don't like to bring confusion or not knowing what to do with your time. You know, I just want us to come here, reason and discuss it out maturely. So if it is you, if this woman asks for forgiveness, will you forgive her and give her the document for the sake of your children, or you will not give her? Because she said I should ask this question because her husband is watching and she's been pleading for her husband to give her documents. So guys, the ball is at your court. Give me some answers to the question if you actually listened to what I just explained. I'm listening, guys. Who is there? Come on in, come on in. You know, her husband. Don't forget the question. Don't forget the question. The question is that her husband brought her to Europe, you know, to the United Kingdom. Immediately she got to the United Kingdom, she remembered all the suffer she went through. I was like, oh, my husband has been here enjoying all the life. He forgot to bring, in fact, it wasn't as if he wasn't sending money. He was sending money, but it wasn't enough. So she was like, oh, with all these good things, he was just sending peanuts to us. Not thinking, not remembering, in fact, because before, every other person could put one-on-one together. You could look at the guy and know if he's actually living big and forgetting you or not bringing enough money to you when you are in Africa. So everybody was like, yeah, he wasn't making enough. He was sending what he had, you know. So, but she refused to understand, you know. So she was like, you've been here living big. You don't send us enough money. I'm not going to forgive you for making us suffer, for making us go through what we went through in Africa. You know, so this woman changed totally. She totally changed her attitude towards her husband. There was no love. There was no atom of forgiveness. There was, in fact, it was just all the time like cat and dog, you know, fighting and arguments in the house. So some people went for, like she was saying, some people went for peacemaking, but unfortunately it didn't work. So, but they were still living together. But at a point, this woman asked him to leave the house. He left the house, and yeah, they were always off and on, living, packing in, packing out, stuff like that, you know. So, but as it is, this woman needs to renew her documents after torturing the husband, after all the Yankee pankies, and the husband is saying no, go work. If they say you should go back to Africa, you go back to Africa. In fact, they asked her, because they asked her to leave. They asked her to go back to Africa unless she brings her husband to sign for her documents. Unless she brings her husband to sign for her documents, that's the only option she has to leave. So she has to stay in the country. If it is you, I'm asking, will you renew this paper for this woman? Will you forgive her for all the tormentations, you know, all the ordeal you went through? Because yeah, she suffered hers in Africa, but you know how bad it is suffering it here in Europe, you know, in abroad, you know. It's more difficult, it's more traumatic, you know, because you have to always go for paperwork and stuff like that. So if it is you, will you forgive this woman? Hi, Comrade Adeze. Adonyeze, how are you? Are you still there? So, you know, guys, I want us to listen carefully and judge, you know, because the man is one of my followers and the woman actually knows he's my follower. Then she brought this on my table and said I should ask, and because if he listens, he may have a heart of forgiveness, or he may not have a heart of forgiveness. Like, he wants people to contribute and maybe say what they think, because she's been living in regrets, what she has done, what she has made this man go through. So, but she doesn't know how to, because yeah, it's difficult when, you know, when you hurt somebody, really, when it's difficult to relove, you know. It's difficult. It takes time to get the heart again, you know. It takes time, you know. When you hurt somebody, it's not going to be easy to flush away. So this man, I think, is going to take him time to forgive this woman, but it's not late to say sorry and to move on, you know, like my music, like the video I sent this evening, you know. Yeah, we have to have a heart of forgiveness when it must, you know. You know, when we have to, you know. And when somebody, because this sorry we're talking about now here, because I'm kind of trying to combine two words, because I did a video already, you know, which this woman saw and was like, is it too late for her husband to accept her sorry or something? So yeah, so that's so I'm not trying to complicate issues here. Is it too late for her husband to accept her sorry? You know, so people should learn boundaries. I always say it here. There are limits to whatever we do to our fellow human being, because if you do something and you know it will be hard for you to say sorry, or you're going to come back to this person, you're not supposed to do it. You have to think twice before you do whatever you have to do in life, you know. So she's asking us to please plead to her husband here to accept her sorry and to give her back her documents. So guys, if you're judging, please judge sequentially, please. You know, don't be so harsh on her. She messed up, but she have learned her mistakes and she's saying sorry, you know. So if it is you, will you accept the sorry? Is it late for her to say sorry? You know, should her husband give her these documents, you know? So a lot of questions here. Please guys, be civil, you know, just be civil. Don't hurt her the more. Don't make her feel depressed by your words. I know, right? You know, so she's begging, she needs her husband to forgive her and release the document and go with her to the office where he has to renew the documents for her, you know. So if it is you, will you renew this document for this woman, for your wife, for the children's sake, for the family's sake, even though she have hurt you, even though she have made you feel so lesser than yourself, you know, because it was a lot, you know. It was actually a lot that was unexpressed, that was unspoken, you know. So, but you know how it is between married couples when trouble falls in, you know. So that's what they are going through. That's what they went through, and they need the woman needs us to say sorry, to plead to her husband to accept her back, and then try renew the documents for her. So that's what I came to say to us this evening, guys. Listen, share, comment, like, share, comment. Love. When we love, don't forget to forgive, and don't forget to always be civil when dealing with marital issues, because you both need yourself mostly when children are involved, you know. Even if you get married to somebody else, the children are there, you know. It will still bring communication. It will still bring togetherness once in a while, you know. So don't mess your relationship up, you know. Don't mess your relationship up because there are issues. Because there's problem, you know. So it was like a lot of people was talking to her, but her understanding was a bit difficult at the time, like she explained. But you know, people grow out some things, people grow out situations, people grow out lack of understanding, you know. So I think she have grown of age. Now she's understanding what life is, you know. Franklin Ikechukwu, thank you so much. Wow, amazing. Thank you so much. I appreciate, you know. Thank you. You know, so but comment on this issue, because this woman needs our advice. She needs us to plead, like I'm saying. to her husband because they're going to be reading it out, you know, plead to her family members to forgive her because it was a mistake. Sometimes people, I don't know if it was friends that misled her. I don't know what she, because I wasn't living with them. I don't know. I didn't even ask a lot of questions at that time. Hello. 1 minute, guys. Yeah. I'm on live on Facebook. I'm going to call you back. I'll call you back. Just give me more few minutes. I'll call you back. Okay. Okay. All right. Till then, bye. Okay. So you know, it is what it is, guys. Emma Ugo, how are you? Please come in and contribute. You guys, I want you to contribute on this live. Say something, say your mind. If you want me to repeat the show, the discussion, guys, just tell me because it's a lot going on. Ike Tobechi Egon, whoa. How are you guys? So come in, contribute, give your 2 cents on the show. You know, because another masi who masi, you know, we know they know all. Nobody knows it all, you know. So situations, you don't know what to do. You just be acting or overreacting on little issues, you know, maybe because I don't know, but please, guys, in whatever we're doing, let's be cautious, you know. Let's be cautious. Let's know how to solve issues. Let's know how to attend to cases, you know. In marital issues, gịnị bụ ajụjụ? Okay, ife bụ ajụjụ n'Igbo. Ife bụ ajụjụ bụ na ọ sị na di ya kpọrọ ya jee obodo oyibo. So ka o ruru n'obodo oyibo, o wee fụsịa ife ọma niile dị n'obodo oyibo, wezi iwe si na di ya rapụrụ ya n'obodo anyị ka ọ taba afụfụ, ka ọ taa ezigbo afụfụ, mana ọ ghọtara mebi ife nwoke anụwa na-agabiga n'obodo oyibo. Ịmụgo mebi na ego ya nara ezucha, so o wee na-esendiri ya mebi onwe. Many more na some people were low IQ, you know. It's difficult for them to understand the situations, you know. It's difficult when you explain to them. They don't want to take it. They don't want to accept what's in their brain. It's difficult. It takes them time to understand things, you know. So this man I don't even know. I don't do this. Don't speak French, okay? So this man, the woman change. Will be na no rapper no budayo na atafufu. Honorable, this man now where he needed. So it was a big problem. They started having loggerheads. They started quarreling, you know. The woman forgetting that this man brought her over, that she needs him in everything. She needs him in every document or every documentation, you know. So, but this man was allowing her mess around with his emotions, allowing her mess around with whatever she was doing or whatever advice she was getting, you know. So now the time has come for her to renew her documents, you know, and she needs him now, you know. She's pleading. She went to this man. I was like, nah, Biko, Baharam, I need to renew my documents, and the country said I should bring you because she's not working. You know, and unfortunately, you need to be working if you want to be a classic woman and you want to mess around with your marriage. You have to be working. You have to be, you know, what am I doing? You don't just want to be a housewife and in Noreba, not that you just be so bossy. Before you become a boss lady, there are things you got to put on the you have to put something on the table. You know, you don't just be a bossy woman because you put on clothes, you put on shoes. You know, boss ladies needs to be up and doing. A lot of things makes you a boss lady, so you don't boss around with somebody that knows it or that brought you abroad. You know, you don't mess around with somebody that without him you cannot be who you want to be, or who you're going to be. You know, before you start controlling somebody or trying to control your husband, you have to be the boss. You know yeah. You don't just because let's say when you go to Rome, you have to behave like the Romans. But a lot of people Iman tunyanya nani netuanya mara what and what are obtainable, you know. Mara uhige me kiwike isoruni hane, but you just see some women, because some women will be there telling you, oh, do this, why is that? I remember, oh my God, I remember, but it's a story for another day. People like us are not to be deceived, you know. People like me, people like us cannot be deceived, but it's a story for another day, guys. So now, thank you, Ikenna. Many ladies don't want to work even back home, really, yeah. But working or doing whatever, at least putting something on the table will make you who you are. It gives you a little pride, you know. Actually, some men don't even allow their women work, but you know, men, you got to leave your women to put something on their table. You know, it doesn't matter what it is, even if it makes her happy, it makes her who she is, it makes her grow, it gives her peace of mind, it makes her peace, it makes her relax, it gives her joy, you know. So this woman isn't working, but she wants to be a boss lady. So when the time comes for her to renew her documents, her husband refused to renew her documents, and now started reminding her of all the insults, all the problems, all the ordeals they went through. And she's like, she's sorry that her eyes have opened. She's not going to be, she's pleading. And this man is saying no. Now she ran to us. If it is you, will you forgive this woman? Because for 5 years, it was a terror. Really, guys, it was a terror for both of them. Like the woman was saying, it's been a terror for both of them. You know? And you know, abroad, UK is not an easy place to live. You know, and they have children, you know, they have children. The country is asking her to leave now. That's without her husband's signature, that she have to leave the country. If it is you, will you forgive this woman? Will you give her the documents she needs, or will you ask the country to let her go? Repatriate her, you know? Will you allow them to repatriate her? Will you like her to go back to Nigeria? But when you're writing, remember they have children, you know? I don't know, maybe the children are still because they're babies, you know? They're babies, they're going to go with their mother, you know? So these are the things we have to put in consideration. This man is listening, he's watching. He's going to read out comments if he has to forgive. Actually, Facebook is not a place for family issues, but it does help. It does help. It helps people, you know. It helps people now because the world is globalizing, you know. So a lot of things we do, we read it out on Google. A lot of things we do, we read it out on how has it happened to this person, how did this person solve his or her own situation or problems. Okay, maybe let me solve mine the way this person have solved his or her own. So it works like that, guys. Don't underestimate the power of social media. Don't underrate it at all, you know. Don't underestimate the power of social media at all, you know. So if it is you in this situation, will you forgive this woman that have tortured you, that have made you go through sleepless nights, that have insulted you, that have brought your foot out, you know, that have made people see you as a nobody, that have made people see you as a complainant, because this woman even beats up her husband. She said she was beating him up, you know, at every slightest mistake she will slap him, she will hit him, you know. It's a woman's world sometimes. You don't hit a woman, you know. You don't hit a woman. She said her husband doesn't retaliate, you know. But the families will call and be like, oh, what, trying to interfere. But she doesn't give anybody listening ear. But the time has come, you know. Maybe she has outgrown a lot of things, you know. Living in a country for 5 years is not little, because, you know, as you live, as time goes, one picks adopts and drops some character, you know. So I think she said she have picked and dropped some bad habits and picked up the good habits. So that's why now she's now a new leaf. She is now a new woman. She's now a new person. You know, now she wants to make up whatever that have been bad, you know, all the mess up. She want to clean it up. If it is you, will you accept her back? Sanity Antonio, how are you? So, you know, guys, I don't want to be so long on this live. Come in, share your view, don't go anywhere. I'll be right back tomorrow and every day to ask you, or because I have a lot of questions on my table. Maybe, guys, I write them because it's a lot, you know. It's a lot. I can't have them in my head. Maybe you think people are calling and I'm writing them down, you know, because I can't. So in case you have a problem, in case you have something you want us to discuss, don't hesitate to give us a call out or write us. The email is there. We'll always tackle it here. My clients, my audience are here to give you a way forward. Don't forget, guys, we're always here for each other, for us, you know. As I leave you here this evening, don't forget to share, like, and comment. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Okay, guys? Love is a beautiful thing. When you find one, don't let go. Do everything at your reach to protect who you love. Don't forget that love built in trust does not fade. Don't forget that love built in Christ is forever. You know? For all my viewers, all my followers, keep on sharing my video, keep on liking my video. As we grow, we're gonna grow, you know. It's slowly, you know, slowly we're going to get there, you know. Thank you every day for tuning in on my channel. Have a nice evening. Sleep well, guys, you know.